Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Welcome to this morning's webinar entitled Franchise Business Opportunities in the Regions, Be Your Own Boss and How to Avoid Franchise Scams. This event is a joint partnership of TTI Region 8 and the Philippine Franchise Association. We know that we have participants from all over the country, not just in Eastern Visayas, so thank you for joining us. I'm Kat Jerez of PFA. Also joining me today is my colleague, Ms. Paula Canua.
Hi, Ms. Kat. Magandang umaga to all our kababayans in Region 8 and all over the country. Thank you for joining us this morning via Zoom and Facebook Live. I'm excited, Ms. Kat, today because Region 8 is known for its rich resources of salt, freshwater fish, and other marine products, and its abundant geothermal energy and water resources that supports the needs of medium and heavy industries in the region. This is a quick trivia for everyone this morning. So to formally start our program, let us begin with a prayer. Ms. Kat, please.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gift of your abiding presence. With you by our side, we are confident that we shall overcome all the challenges before us. Today, we humbly ask for your blessing as we gather virtually for the franchise business opportunities in the regions, Be Your Own Boss and How to Avoid Franchise Scams webinar. May you guide our speakers and presenters as they share their expertise and experiences. Make us an instrument in helping our fellow Filipinos as we continue to rise through the challenges brought about by this pandemic. We seek your guidance and your will as we pursue our personal endeavors. Grace us that it may be full of integrity, generosity, fruitfulness, and provision. We know that with you there is always great hope. Through your loving mercy, your heart is toward us, your eyes are over us, and your ears are open to our prayers. Thank you for always surrounding us with your love and grace. All this we pray, trusting in your divine providence. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Kat. I know everyone is excited to hear and learn from our speakers and discover great franchise business opportunities. Before we proceed, here are some house rules for the Zoom participants. First, kindly ensure stable internet connection for better viewing. For request of the copy of the presentations, kindly take screenshots using your devices to capture the slides. Okay? Should the presentation be too large or too small on your screen, kindly adjust in view options found at the top portion of your screen. You may opt for fit the screen or view side by side. If you want more information about certain brands, please leave your contact details in the chat box with your name, email, mobile number, and the name of the brand that you are interested in. And lastly, let's practice and observe respectful comments and refrain from using offensive language in the chat box. Okay? And later, before we end, we would like to encourage everyone to participate in our short survey to know which brands you would like to get in touch with. Moreover, we number to our presenters. This will help them contact you on their franchise packages. And also, just a little plug-in, please follow us on our social media accounts at Philippine Franchise Association and PFA website, www.pfa.org.ph. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Paula. Now, to formally welcome everyone, I am honored to introduce this morning a very inspiring and ever-committed leader. She is an MSME advocate who champions MSME promotion and development and has been with the agency for 33 years. She has occupied several positions from trade and industry development analyst in 1988, worked her way to becoming a chief trade and industry development specialist in 1997, and in 2007, she was appointed as a provincial director for TTI Biliran Provincial Office. She rose from the ranks and became an assistant regional director in January 2019, and a year later On February 6, 2020, she was appointed as Regional Director of the Department of Trade and Industry Region 8, overseeing 6 provincial offices in Eastern Visayas. She is a Career Executive Service Officer, and she also handles several policy-making bodies in the region. In a span of her professional career, she has been involved in shaping a number of initiatives that promote the industry development in Eastern Visayas. In September 2019, she was one of the delegates to the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation International or APEC Summit held in Concepcion, Chile. She holds a Juris Doctor and a Bachelor of Laws from the Justice Norberto Romualdez Law College, a Master in Management from the Leighton Normal University, where she was awarded with Congressman Cirilo Roy P. Montejo Gold Medal Award and Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering from the Divine World University of Tacloban, with Latin honors of magna cum laude, and bagged the university's Scholastic Trophy Award for being the top among all honor graduates from the different colleges of the university. Recently, she was awarded the Distinguished Alumni Award. She is also a PRC licensed civil engineer by profession. So, ladies and gentlemen, a warm virtual round of applause for the Regional Director of TTI Region 8, Ms. Celerina T. Bato. Good morning, RD.
Good morning, Kat. Thank you for that very generous introduction. Nahiya tuloy ako doon. Okay, good morning, everyone. To all our distinguished guests, Mr. Kenneth Lim, the Regional Director of the Philippine Franchise Association for Central Visayas, Mr. Job Tan, the Strategic Planning Consultant of Francor Philippines, to the 6 franchise presenters for today. I think they will be properly introduced later. To our DTIA provincial directors present, of course, to our business development division teams, our negotiation center business counselors, and all other DTIA staff, to all the participants coming from the different sectors, MSMEs, and other stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. So, first of all, I would like to extend my gratitude to the Philippine Franchise Association for collaborating with us in organizing and conducting this free webinar, franchise business opportunities in the regions, be your own boss, and how to avoid franchise scams. With the present economic situation wherein all business-minded people, young and old, are looking for business opportunities, this is a great avenue for them to learn about franchising and to discover the available franchise opportunities. This will guide the prospective franchisees who want to become their own boss through franchising in choosing the right and wise franchise that will suit them. This event aims to promote and cultivate the culture of entrepreneurship via franchising, as well as to educate the public on wise franchise investment, thereby avoiding franchise scams and pseudo franchises, and to present franchise business opportunities that are available in the market. This event also supports the Bayanihan to Recover as One Act of the government to bolster the resiliency of the Philippine economy through the acceleration of entrepreneurship through franchising. So in today's webinar, we will be discussing what is franchising, the benefits of a franchising business, how to invest in the right franchise wisely, and also identify the franchise business opportunities that are available in the market. We will also learn some valuable insights about franchising from the different franchise company presenters who will join us in today's activity, namely Happy House Donuts, Pizza Pedricos, International Workplace Group, PLDT Enterprise, LC Big Mac Burger, and Eggstation. So I encourage the MSMEs in particular to thoroughly consider these opportunities and actively ask relevant questions regarding franchising. So without further ado, I would like to welcome everyone to this webinar. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you so much, RD, for that very inspiring message and for the opportunity to conduct this webinar about franchising. So moving on, it is my pleasure to introduce to you all this morning the Pfa Director for Visayas for the opening message. He is the President and CEO of Dessert Factory of Cebu City Incorporated and also the President of the Prancing Pony Convenience Store Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now welcome with a virtual round of applause Mr. Kenneth Lim.
Morning everyone. First of all, please allow me to express my heartfelt appreciation to DTI Region 8, especially to Regional Director Celerina Bato for this partnership. On behalf of the PFA Board of Trustees and Officers, thank you for trusting PFA and for doing this activity with us. I would also like to thank all the participants from Region 8 and from all over the country who are with us this morning. We appreciate your taking time to attend this webinar. This can be the start of something big for you. Of course, thank you also to our resource speaker and the select PFA member brands who will be presenting later. Your continued support and active participation are very valuable to us. Now, prior to this pandemic, we actively conducted seminars not only in our head office in Manila, but also in other parts of the Philippines and even overseas. These were usually done in partnership with the DTI. We conducted seminars as part of PFA's long-time advocacy to educate the public about wise franchise investment. We also seek to encourage Filipinos to go into business for themselves via franchising and therefore be part of PFA's mission to promote franchising as a tool to create businesses and generate jobs. I'm happy to share that even during the pandemic, we were able to reach more people in more places by conducting webinars via Zoom and live streaming on Facebook. More importantly, we were able to inspire and encourage more Filipinos to start a franchising business and be their own boss. The beauty of franchising is that you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You have the experience and expertise of a franchisor. And that franchisor will mentor and assist you so that you do not have to go through the trial and error phase associated with most startups. To tell us more about the basics of franchising, we have with us Mr. Joff Tan from FranCorp Philippines. We will also be featuring some of our members who will be presenting their respective franchise investment packages. Our economy is now on its way to recovery. Let us take this opportunity to invest our hard-earned money in a business that has remained resilient throughout the crisis. I encourage all of you to make the most of this webinar by participating actively and by asking questions during the Q&A. I want to congratulate you for taking the first step to becoming your own boss. Salamat and enjoy this webinar.
Thank you so much, Sir Kenneth, for setting the tone for this morning's webinar and for your valuable insights. Before we proceed, may I ask all our speakers and presenters to please turn on your cameras for a group photo opportunity. Okay, thank you so much. Scott, please.
Thank you so much again, Sir Kenneth, for setting the tone for this morning's webinar and for the valuable insights. To jumpstart our session this morning, we have with us our speaker, who joined FranCorp Philippines since 2017 as strategic planning consultant. Prior to that, he has experienced 10 years in strategic planning network management, and business development in the automotive and food industries. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to introduce the strategic planning consultant of Fradcar Philippines, Mr. Joff Tan. Morning, Sir Joff.
Good morning. Thank you, Ms. Kat. So I'm just going to share my screen. Okay. I welcome everyone to this webinar on how to invest in the right franchise. No? So let me start with a saying. Na if you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to build theirs. No? So it has a lot of advantages to have your own business, your own earnings, no, or profit. No? So, pero not all businesses are the same. No? Not all are equal. As Mr. Kenneth Lim mentioned earlier, in franchising kasi, you would be in business, but you're not on your own. You will have the franchisor to guide you as you do your business. No? So, in terms of benefits, franchising, mas mabigat siya. So, in this slide, it shows na mas mabigat siya compared to opening your own restaurant or having your own taxi business or your own Grab business or even a sari-sari store. No? History has shown us that franchising has a higher success rate, no, than traditional retail business. So in this example, no, in 10 years, traditional retail businesses has shown us is 25% lang yung survival rate nila. Wherein in franchising, it can go as high as 90%, no, even after 10 years. So in this graph, after 3 to 4 years lang, most businesses, independent businesses, they tend to go down in terms of survival. Okay, so agenda for today is we will be discussing the basics of franchising. As franchisees, what you bring to the table naman. What do we expect, no, yung support na that we would be getting, no, from your franchisor? The challenges of franchising, and when you do decide to franchise now, what are the factors that you have to consider? Signs of a franchise scam, no? Kasi there are a lot of franchises out there, and there are franchises na they're not real franchises, no? They're scams. And how to be a successful franchisee once the contract has been signed. Okay, so franchising is a method of doing business in which you are authorized, no, by the franchisor to use their name, no, their system, their logo, their products. No? So, and you are given a right to use it. You can offer what they're offering, selling their goods, services. So in history, locally, franchising has created thousands of enterprises already and has created millions of jobs. No? Okay, so there are two sides in franchising. The franchisor owns the brand. No? They are the parent company. And the franchisee is the active operator or the investor to the brand. No? You provide the capital, the manpower, and the time necessary of course, is the use of the name. That's one of the critical benefits and use of the system. No? So compared to establishing your own restaurant, no, wala pa tayo, hindi pa tayo nakapag-start, wala pa tayong experience in operating it over a long term. No? So in terms of expertise, the franchisor has the expertise, the experience needed, and ito yung ini-impart nila sa atin, no, sa mga franchisees nila. No, so that you don't have to go through the errors, the birth pains, no, and the trials pa of starting your own business, no. So the franchisors already has a defined product and service. and services. So na-refine na nila yung mga kanilang mga serbisyo at produkto para tumagal ito, no. What has been proven to sell, for example, no. Alin products yung hindi mabenta, hindi na nila tinutuloy. Alin products yung mataas yung margin, usually ito yung natutuloy over the long term. R&D is research and development. Research and development is very expensive for a small restaurant, for example, no. You have to do product tasting, you have to have surveys, no, pricing, marketing, ganyan. Pero for the franchisor, sila yung may capacity to do the research and development for their franchisees. Excuse me. So even the store designs and the merchandising, lahat yan na pag-aralan na nila, including marketing campaigns and other support services. So these are all part of the system which benefits the franchisee. Okay, for the franchisee naman, bakit naghaharap ng franchisee ang mga franchisors, no? Kasi itong nasa screen, these are the things that the franchisee offers in exchange for the aforementioned benefits, no? You bring money, time, and people. For the money, of course, most franchises would charge a franchise fee. Of course, the unit capital. If you're going, for example, if it's a restaurant or a food cart, the franchisee invest in the capital necessary, no, sa construction, renovation, or doon mismo sa sa cart fabrication and equipment. The franchisee also pays royalties, advertising fees on a regular basis, and the proprietary products, no, you become a wholesale customer, parang ganon. All your products would be coming from the franchisor, or most products, no. Of course, the risk is also balanced na, no. Instead of the franchisor expanding all over the Philippines na puro company-owned branches lang, no, the franchise, some areas will be managed by the franchisee, and therefore the risk also, no. So for example, in itong pandemic pa lang, imagine if a franchisor has 100 stores nationwide, no, tapos nagkaroon ng pandemic, no, of course lahat ng stores niya tatamaan. Whereas if may franchisee, then some of those will be shared, no, yung risk would be shared between franchisor and the franchisee, no? So that's the first part. Second is time, no. So kahit si franchisor, even if it is already a large organization, it is not practical for them to visit or to manage all stores, no, nationwide on a daily basis, no. So this is where the franchisee comes in, no. The franchisee gives gives time to the branch, no. For example, if the franchisor is from Manila, tapos you are in Visayas, diba? So the franchisor would need a local from Visayas, in this case from Region 8 or even in other places in Visayas, no, so that you can actively manage the branch for the brand, no, for the network, no. So the franchisee, siya yung magma-manage ng, for example, ng renta, siya yung magpapasweldo, siya yung maghahanap ng mga sales, magpapataas ng sales for that area, and etc., no. So that's a valuable part, your time, no, that you offer to the franchisor. And people, of course, if the franchisor hindi sila local sa area nyo, kayo ang kayo ang taga dyan, no. Kilala no, you know the right people, you have the right network in your specific areas. So meron kayong mga connections, even your staff, no, you know where to hire the right people. So andito na yung you know where to get skilled staff, for example. So in short, the franchisor needs locals, no, like you, to be your franchisees, no? Okay. Okay, so what are the support that you can expect from your franchisors? Number one is location assistance. So as mentioned, no, yung mga franchisors, sila na yung expert sa kanilang mga businesses, no, including what locations work best for their branches. No. So alam na nila kung which locations work, which locations to avoid. So in your case, when you are going to look for a location for this brand or for the franchise, the franchisor should give you guidance. No, some franchisors even go to the locations, your proposed locations, and will tell you if approved ang location or not. No, so kung hindi, magpapahanap sila ng another location. No, so other franchisors even give you a forecast. No, so pag itong location ang benta natin, let's say 5,000 a day. Pero pag ganito yung location mo, ang benta mo is doble, 10,000 a day. So, some franchisors even do that para mas makakapag-project tayo ng cash flow natin. Construction assistance is also part of the support. It varies though. Some franchisors offer a turnkey package, meaning sila na lahat gagawa ng construction, renovation. Pero some franchisors also give you a blueprint that you have to follow, pero ano na siya, yung blueprint niyo is the design already na developed already over the years, no? So it will be efficient and effective already. So in any case, it's part of construction assistance already. Okay. Initial training is a part of the support that you should expect, no? So of course, dapat alam niyo yung mga produkto, dapat kabisado niyo yung mga products and services that the franchisor offers, setting up of the business, and also initial marketing. These are all part of the pre-opening support that we can expect. There are the former slide discusses yung initial support only, pero it doesn't end there, no? So it has to be ongoing over the course habang active ang franchise agreement natin. Dapat continuous yung support, no? There should be continuous assistance, no? Whether may hotline man or visits or any other communication. As I have mentioned earlier, product research and development also is very important. No? From time to time, dapat may mga bagong produkto ang franchisors to keep the menu fresh. No? New services. Of course, times are always changing. We have to keep up with the competitors. So dapat may mga dapat dynamic, no, yung product setup or services list ng ating mga franchisors. Marketing and advertising, so that's continuous yan. So whether Facebook or traditional media, dapat meron in one way or another. Of course, ongoing training, dapat meron din. Yung mga tao natin, of course, it's normal to have manpower turnover, no? From time to time may nag-resign, may mga bagong staff. So we should have the new staff also be proficient, no, sa ginagawa nila. Okay? So franchising has a lot of benefits, no, over traditional businesses. But it's not perfect, no. It also has its challenges. No, unang-una, as a franchisee, we have to follow the franchisor's standards and systems, no. Hindi basta-basta pwede tayong magtinda ng kung ano-anong produkto ng kung anong gusto natin without the franchisor's approval, no. Unlike if you have your own restaurant or your own store, you can sell anything you want, no. Walang kokontra sa atin, whereas as a franchisee, only approved products ang pwede natin ibenta, no, or approved services ang pwede natin gawin, no, and in their own way, not in the franchisor's way, not in our own way na kung ano man yung maisip natin, no. And it's legally binding, no. So nasa contract to that we have to follow the standards and systems. It's not it's not a draconian way naman na talagang stricto. Excuse me. If you have a good idea, for example, improvement or a better way to do things, then you may suggest it to naman to your franchisors. Tapos, of course, the franchisor can accept it, and yun, pwede naman. Basta may ano lang, may written approval, no? So one example is the pricing, no? This is very important, is hindi tayo basta-basta pwedeng, okay, as a franchisee, gusto natin, of course, maging profitable. Hindi natin pwedeng basta-basta baguhin lang yung presyo just to profit, no? So we have to follow a one price policy. Okay. So another challenge is territorial restrictions. If you have a store who sells products, no, you can na hindi tayo na hindi part of the franchise system. You can virtually sell all over the Philippines, no. Walang pipigil sa atin to sell Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Pero once you are a part of a franchise system, meron franchisee in other locations, no? Not just dito sa region, no? So hindi tayo basta-basta pwede magbenta sa ibang areas, no? Kasi most likely there will be franchisees in those locations. So it would not be fair, no? So usually what is recommended is that the franchisee maximizes yung sales nila in their own respective territories, no? So if your territory is in let's say in Lapu-Lapu City, then maximize natin yung benta doon. Focus tayo doon. Hindi tayo pwede magbenta outside Lapu-Lapu City, for example. Okay. So another one is false expectations. As mentioned earlier, franchising success rate in 10 years is as high as 90%. No? It's not 100%. It's still a business that you have to actively manage. No? Meron tayong guidance from the franchisor, yes, but you are still the active operator, no, as a franchisee. So you have to, you still have to work on it. You still have to manage it properly. No? So it is not an instant success. It's not a guarantee, as with any other business format. Okay, so where do we start? No, how to select, no, or how to shop for the right franchise is check for events like this one sa PFA, no. Look for credible franchise associations such as PFA. There are franchise shows traditionally, pero ngayong pandemic there was a virtual franchise expo a few months ago. Check some magazines, Entrepreneur and other business magazines. Okay. Quick assessment lang is you have to research before you franchise, no. How is the business of the franchisor, no, versus its competition? Is it a startup? Is it a mature a mature player already? And kayo din, what are you comfortable with, no? Are you willing to invest sa startup, or gusto nyo mature na? Or gusto nyo pioneer kayo, no? Kaya doon tayo sa startup kasi may mga advantages din for that. Look for brand recognition, no? Dapat at least in their region or area, meron silang branding. Look at their website, Facebook, ganyan, and their experience and credibility, no? So as I have mentioned, the franchisor is the expert, no, sa kanilang mga businesses. So yun ang i-offer nila sa inyo, eh. So if the franchisor is themselves not experienced, no, pag sila talagang 1 month pa lang nag-ooperate, wala rin hindi rin sila experienced, no, limited lang yung ma-offer nila sa inyo to their franchisees. Okay, so these are the questions, no. Pagka nakausap na natin yung mga franchisors, okay na tayo sa initial interview, ganyan, meron tayong LOI, darating tayo sa point na you will be discussing about the franchise na, no. So pwede niyo sila itanong, no, na who are their customers, no, and why do they choose their brand, no. Kung meron silang customer following, kung malakas sila sa in other areas. So kilalanin nyo lang. No? Of course, tatanong nyo rin kung what locations they are looking for, what works. No? Para meron na tayong initial clues para makapaghanap tayo ng locations for the branch. Tatanong nyo, of course, kung magkano yung investment. Make sure there are no hidden charges. No, itatanong niyo na kung kasama yung construction or not sa franchise package, what's the royalty, and what is the typical ROI. What are their support, no? And pwede niyo rin itanong if member sila ng kung anong association, no? If part sila ng PFA, for example. Okay. Do your due diligence research. If possible, pwede nyo bisitahin yung mga stores, no, ng franchisor. No? Ilan na po ba stores nila and how long have they been operating? If possible, baka meron din kayong mga kilalang franchisee. Ayan, sila yung mga testimonial, no, whether they are happy as a franchisee, then go for it. No? How do the franchisor treat their franchisees? Is the business partnership beneficial for both parties? Is it fair? So yun ang mga other questions. And how long is the training? No? And how extensive is the support? No? So those are some of the things that you have to research. Okay? Once na ma-approve na kayo as a franchisee and once na ma-approve na yung location nyo, darating tayo sa point na pag-uusapan nyo na ay business, no? Or financial projections of the branch. So you may be discussing yung projected cash flow based doon sa location nyo, yung profitability, what's the break-even, para alam nyo kung ano dapat yung maabot natin on a daily basis or monthly, and what's the ROI versus the term of the contract. No? So it's very important to remember na ang ROI ay dapat shorter or faster than the initial term of the contract. So for example, if the ROI is 3 years based sa financial projections, pero ang terms of the contract is only 2 years. Ibig sabihin 2 years mag-expire na ang kontrata, hindi nyo pa nababawi yung ininvest nyo. Wala pang ROI. So hindi to so automatically it's not going to be good, no? So dapat the terms of the contract is longer than the projected ROI. Okay. Other things that you may check is if the franchisor owns the brand, no, check their IPO registration or intellectual property office trademark registration. No? Check their litigation history if possible. Pero just a word of na hindi porke may kaso or may litigation ang franchisor ay automatic hindi na siya hindi na recommended, no? Kasi sometimes litigation is hard to avoid, no? Sometimes it's part of part of the industry. No? Okay? So once all the steps has been nasa at a certain stage na you get to review the franchise agreement, then review it thoroughly. No? Basahin nyo from page 1 up to the last page. No? Huwag nyo i-skip any portion of the franchise agreement. So basahin nyo yung mga obligations ni franchisor and kayo as a franchisee. Ano yung mga territorial rights natin? No? Gaano kalaki yung teritoryo or gaano kaliit? No? Meron ba tayong mga, for example, if we want to relocate, ano yung mga terms doon? Ano yung mga renewal clause? Meron bang renewal fee or wala? Paano yung mga termination na? No, what will happen at the end of the contract, for example? No? So those are the things that you have to review, and don't be consult with your lawyer. No, if medyo technical na yung franchise agreement, consult nyo lang sila. Just to be sure na fair ang contract. Okay? So one of the last topics that we will be discussing is ano yung mga signs of a franchise scam. No? There are a lot out there, no? for example, ito, number one, yung claims of the franchise offer is too good to be true. Sobrang ganda ng projections, no? Sasabihin nila na okay, by 3 months 100% ano na ROI na, guarantee, ganyan, bawi na yung ano nyo, yung ininvest, or after 1 year babalik yung investment nyo times 3 or 200%, may mga ganon. Or sometimes sobrang baba ng investment amount, no? There are franchise says out there na ang offer nila is 20,000 lang. 20,000 pesos. You have a franchise business already. So that's too low for most franchises, no. So that can be too good to be true. So if you check their website, their Facebook, no, pag wala silang mapakitang franchise list or list of stores, no, that's a sign na na it may be a scam, no. So pressure tactics also, no. If sinabi nila okay, the offer ang franchise package namin is 150,000 pero for today only it's only 50,000. Pero tomorrow wala na. So it's today only, you have to sign the franchise agreement today. So that's an example of a pressure tactic. So that's a sign. Sign lang, no. It's not automatically a scam, no. Pero that's a sign, so you have to be vigilant pagka may ganon. Okay? So yung company profile nila is very vague, no, very blurry, parang hindi siya malinaw. So walang walang direction, walang parang lang siya, parang may isang page lang, tapos parang cover letter only. So that's a sign also, no. So be vigilant when you are selecting a franchise. So and avoid these ito yung mga nasa screen, avoid these signs. Okay? So in your as a franchisee, your responsibility is to be a good follower. Kayo ang magiging brand ambassador ng franchisor sa respective areas nyo, sa respective territories, no. Create your own business plan. So ano yung plano nyo for the branch in the next 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years. So dapat may local business plan. Be a hands-on manager. So very important kasi na active ang franchisee in managing their own branches, no. Manage your finances properly, no. Make sure na meron tayong pambayad ng upa next month, in the next 3 months. Make sure na hindi we follow minimum wage sa current sa kanilang mga regions. Always market your store, no. As I mentioned, be passionate, no, in selling the products or services doon sa territory nyo, no? And be willing to share your ideas, no, on how to improve the overall business, no. Just to share, no. So as mentioned earlier, then po, no, you are in a business for yourself, but not by yourself, no. So meron tayong guidance as we start the business, no. So ito yung mga nakukuha natin is the experience of the franchisor, their systems that are proven already, and their expertise, no. So with that, thank you. And good morning po to everyone again.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tan, for sharing an insightful and comprehensive presentation on the benefits of franchising and the salient points in analyzing a good franchise business opportunity.
Moving on to our franchise brand presentations, our first presenter is a donut company that produces quality donuts at an affordable price, with the aim to provide business opportunities not only for the rich, but anyone who has the passion and ambition to start their own business. To tell us more about it, let us welcome the General Manager of Happy House Donuts, Mr. Andrew Ke. Good morning, Sir Andrew. I think we dropped Sir Andrew. Hi, Pa, would you like to proceed with the next presenter?
Sure, Miss Kat. While waiting for Mr. Andrew K to come back, let's proceed to our second presenter. So our next presenter is a pizza brand. Their brand was recognized as the top 13 brands in the Entrepreneur Magazine Franchise Hall of Fame. They're known for To tell us more about their brand, let us welcome the regional manager of Luzon of Pizza Pedricos, Mr. Rolly Teologo. Sorry for that. Was I muted the whole time? All right, so let me introduce again. Our next presenter is a pizza brand. Their brand was recognized as one of the top 13 brands in the Entrepreneur Magazine Franchise Hall of Fame. They're known for bringing savory and yummy pizza paborito flavors at the comforts of your home and community, and for introducing the signature 4 pizza in a box concept. And today, they have more than 1,300 serving stations nationwide. To tell us more about their brand, let us all welcome the regional manager of Luzon of Pizza Pedricos, Mr. Rolly Teologo. Hi, Sir Rolly.
Hi, Miss Paula. Good morning. Thank you for that introduction, and thank you for the joint effort of the Philippine Franchise Association and DTI Region 8 for organizing once more this webinar, Be Your Own Boss, and how to avoid franchise scam. Okay, Jiminy Day to everyone on the call. I'm Rolly Teologo from Jiminy Foods Group, here to share how Jiminy can help you succeed despite the ongoing pandemic. Our story began in 1996 when Jiminy Whole Pizza was officially launched, operating with 1 quality assurance personnel and 2 production staff. The team saw the opportunity to make pizza enjoyable, fast, and convenient via the fresh, frozen pizza format. This opportunity gave the team the confidence to open its first outlet in SM Mega Mall back in 1999. With God's grace, 22 years after, Jiminy Foods Group is now 11 brands strong, leading the frozen fresh pizza category through its national leading manufacturing network operating at the highest quality standard. Okay. And by the end of 2020, we have already achieved our vision to become the largest well-loved pizza network in the Philippines. Now that we have reached this milestone, we now plan to reaching even greater heights. Our vision is to have the Jiminy brands in every freezer enjoyed by every Filipino family by 2030. And we uphold to our mission to serve delicious delight to everyone and every corner of the world with amazing frozen fresh food experiences every time. All right, of course, in these challenging times, we understand the difficulty of taking risk, which is why today we are inviting everyone to join the team and become the owners of our 2 award-winning brands, Pizza Pedricos and Santino Supreme Slice Pizza, and let us help you make your dream business come true with brands that continue to perform even during this pandemic. What is Santino Supreme Slice Pizza? Ayan. Santino Supreme Slice Pizza is the largest and most successful national pizza kiosk brand in the Philippines that offers on-the-go individuals a supreme meal that gives you fast, filling, delicious, affordable, top-sliced pizza in an instant. Santino Supreme Slice Pizza is the brand that allows you to be inspired and encouraged to our Live life supreme. Okay, what about Pizza Pedricos? Pizza Pedricos is the largest pizza network in the Philippines with over 1,300 serving stations nationwide, and is known as the one of only 13 top franchise brands in the Entrepreneur Magazine Franchise Hall of Fame. Pizza Pedricos offers delightfully paborito and memorable pizza experiences for the whole family and barkada with its famous target hypotraffic areas such as malls, supermarkets, terminals, standalone, ito yung mga nasa labas ng mall, no? And then train stations, of course. Pizza Pedrico's ideal home naman is food court areas, terminals, airport, malls, and supermarket, of course. If you have a location in mind, just send in your target location along with your requirements, and we will help you evaluate and provide the support you need to help set up your dream business. Okay, let's proceed with the investment packages. Okay, for both brands, we can be activated in your approved super prime location in terms of investment packages starting at only 350,000 pesos. We will require another 50,000 pesos as a security deposit, which is refundable at the end of the contract period of 2 years extendables. About other fees, let's talk about fees. Our franchise system also requires a flat 5,000 monthly support fee, no big fees during renewals, no royalty fees, and no other hidden charges. Your sales is yours. Our only request is that you take care of the brand and grow the business. How about Rolly? Wala naman kaming 350,000 for full cart operations. Gusto sana namin magsimula sa maliit na puhunan. Okay? Don't worry, we keep on adapting to the changing needs of the potential franchisees who wants to grow with us. Okay? You might want to sell frozen products only. We have pizza to go for as low as 50,000 investment. Pizza to Go is now the very first online community selling pizza brand, giving earning opportunities to everyone around the country. Ayan. And maybe you are now operating your own business and you want to add our products. Pizza Pedrico's countertop might be best fit for you at 25,000 investment. Or maybe you simply want to be a reseller. We have launched our Pizza Pedrico's Club Paborito dealership program at 15,000 investment. Okay, on your screen is our franchise hotline at 0925-511-9444. You can save it, screenshot. Let's discuss how we can start your Paborito or Supreme business. Okay, for contract term and ROI, the total contract term is suitable for 10 years for both brands. We divided it into 3 phases. The initial contract is good for 2 years, renewable to 3 years, and the final phase is 5 years. Return on investment is at a national average of 12 to 15 months, depending, of course, on your location, with the earliest ROI recorded at 1.5 months. Yes, you heard that right, 1.5 months. Now, don't worry po, we will be with you, especially first-time business owners. All right. Of course, the chaos on the economy brought about by COVID-19 certainly impacted our brick and mortar operations. However, as I mentioned earlier, Pizza Pedrico's and Santino Supreme Slice Pizza continues to open more stores to serve our customers nationwide. We have opened more than 40 outlets in 2020. So 45 to be exact last year. This year po, from January to August, this data is August only, no? So we already opened 42 outlets. But as of today, so we have opened 52 outlets na, no? From January to November 15, okay? And continuously counting to scout for great location to bring our great tasting pizza closer to our customers. So we are navigating through this crisis pretty well by God's grace. Great sites are now opening up all around us, and we are looking for dealer partners that would like to take advantage of this opportunity to secure all super prime locations. Okay, at Jiminy Foods Group, we give you more reasons why you should start your business within our network, the Jiminy Way. We have the winning brands, of course. We are the pioneer, game changer, dominant market leader, and innovator in the frozen fresh pizza segment and winning brands and operating system tested successful business systems. Our stores concept are easy to operate. We provide very comprehensive training program and support for both franchisee and of course their staff. Of course, our products, no? The delicious products of Jiminy Foods Group. Lahat po ng komisaris namin from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, lahat po yan ay FDA approved. Okay? So, made from the best and the most premium ingredients. No smoke, no mess, and odor-free product preparation at the outlets, no? And then we have the state-of-the-art freezing technology to lock in our product's freshness. We also do home or office satellite selling and cross-brand community selling using electronic payments and technology. We actually recently launched also the Pizza Pidrico's Club Favorito reseller program. Another brand which we successfully launched mid of 2020 was our Pizza to Go community dealership program. For 50,000 investment, you can immediately run your business. Okay. So our Club Favorito and Pizza to Go community dealership are a prime example of our readiness and adaptability. As I mentioned, these programs and brand are launched in the midst of pandemic. Okay, there you have it, everyone. The roadmap to your success is with the Jiminy Way. Thank you for your attentiveness. For your Favorito Supreme Business Opportunity, you may reach us through Philippine Franchise Association or our hotline 0925-511-9444. That ends my presentations. Once again, I'm Rolly Teologo from Jiminy Foods Group saying now is the time to invest. Thank you and have a Jiminy Day.
Thank you so much, Sir Rolly. Again, let me introduce to you a donut company that produces quality donuts at an affordable price, with the aim to provide business opportunities not only for the rich, but anyone who has the passion and ambition to start their own business. To tell us more about it, let us once again welcome the General Manager of Happy House Donuts, Mr. Andrew Ke. Hi, Sir Andrew.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm not sure. In...
90 ako nito. 90. Go, sir.
Yeah, okay. So thank you again to the PFA and to DTI for organizing this. Just to tell you a bit about our brand. So Happy House started in 2005. Right now we have over 600 branches. And like our host said, no, our vision is Bayans. Okay, so if you can see in the next slide, these are some of our franchisees who opened during the pandemic. Yeah, and so obviously it's a family affair. So nandiyan yung families nila. So how does our operation work? No? So basically, just to take you through it, simple lang business namin. No? Every day we produce donuts at night. Kasi ang donuts fresh food dapat yan. We produce it at the night time, then early morning we deliver to the stores, and our franchisee, then their crew, they sell the donuts during the day, and whatever's left over, we pick up the following day. So very simple, wala pong wastages, walang shrinkage sa kita ng franchisee. And there, it's very upfront. The inventory is delivered and pulled out, so you know how much you make every day. And yeah, so what's included in the franchise? No, so let's see in the next slide. Our package is 3,000 pesos, so it's quite affordable. What's included is the showcase, then the cabinet. So we need the cabinet to store our donuts, and then we have a signage, the showcase cover to protect our showcase, and the uniforms. Of course, we have to orient our franchisee and crew. We have the proper training, and ongoing support. Our operations people, they go around every day, check our stores to make sure that everything is being followed. And the opening paraphernalia, opening ongoing support, that's included also. So basically, the 50,000 is you're ready to go. All we need is your location. So the process is, you have to submit your location for approval, and then the training of the crew, and then yun, go na tayo. So let's see the next slide, no, for some frequently asked questions. Yan. So like I mentioned, what's the requirement is the letter of intent. The franchise data sheets, excuse every day. Yes, it's fresh every day. Sorry, umaga na matigas na, ibig sabihin, luma na po yun. Huwag na po kainin. So our donuts are made fresh every day and delivered fresh every day. Packaging, we subsidize the packaging. Usually our cost is around 5 pesos to 6 pesos. We charge the franchisee 250 to 350 because we want to make sure that our franchisees make money. No? And our contract is 2 years. After 2 years, it's renewable po. Our renewal fee is 15,000 pesos. What's included is relaunch of the store, replacement of the showcase. So parang bago na po ulit yung store natin. And we have no royalty fees. 30% po. So if you sell maybe 5,000 pesos a day, then you get 30%, which is 1.5 a day. So that's gross profit. You have to take away, of course, your expenses like your crew, salary, your rental, and everything. So the ROI, our average ROI po is 4 to 6 months, but the fastest po, yung swerte talaga yung franchisee, siguro mga 2 weeks lang naka-ROI na po siya. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, our dream is really to be able to provide our kababayan, especially our OFWs and those PFA speakers said earlier, our franchising is there because we want to be partners with you. So what happens now during the pandemic, di ba? I mean, mahirap ngayon, mahirap magbenta, mahirap magnegosyo. But for us, we've experienced the growth in our business, no? And we also wanted to help our fellow kababayans with our Bayanihan program. So what we're offering during the pandemic is in the next slide, you'll see it's an installment program. Basically, once the site is approved, you only have to pay 20,000 pesos in down payment and 5,000 per month for 6 months. Yeah, and so there you can see it there, no? So ngayon, we don't want to, ayaw namin mag-hesitate na yung mga franchisees namin. I mean, if there's a good location, it's approved, let's go, let's start the business, no? So you can at least provide for your families, and of course, we want to make sure that everyone's okay during this pandemic, no? Just to give you an example, we have an OFW partner who started this pandemic lang. Syempre, nawala ng trabaho because OFWs couldn't go anywhere before in the start of the pandemic. And now he has 12 or 13 stores in Pampanga area and Cabanatuan area. So we're really happy for him, and that's the dream. That's the dream of Happy House. We really want to share the happiness. So if you want to join us and if you want to ask more questions, please don't hesitate. Our contact numbers are on screen. Unfortunately, for now, Region 8, we still have plans of going in, but we're available in Cebu and Iloilo right now, but soon, hopefully, in Region 8 also. So thank you. Thank you for your time and for listening, and God bless.
Thank you so much, Sir Andrew. So again, if you're interested at Happy House, we urge everyone to come in and join their team. So at this point, we may be hear from our esteemed partner their latest service offers. Our next presenter, she is the head of Partnership and Growth and Network Development of International Workplace Group. Let us all welcome Ms. Rowena Natividad. Good morning, Ms. Weng.
Good morning, Kat. Let me just share my screen. Okay, let me know if you're able to see it.
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so hello again, Kat and Paula. I'm very pleased to meet Ms. Celerina, DTI's Regional Director for Eastern Visayas. And of course, I'm glad to be always at the panel with Kenneth, Joff, and the rest of my fellow franchisors. So the opportunity that I will be presenting is actually kind of unique compared to other franchisors because our business is actually on flexible workspaces, or what is popularly known as co-working spaces, right? So just a bit of introduction about our company. We are called International Workplace Group, or most popularly known as IWG. Most of you know us as Regis, but we also have other brands such as Spaces, where I'm currently seated at. We also have HQ as well as Signature. So we have been in the business for over 30 years. And here in the Philippines, we have been in operations for over 20 years. So as you can imagine, we have survived, and I would say even thrive in a number of financial or different kinds of crises. And what's good is one of our value propositions to our potential investor is that since we have been operating for 30 years now, surviving this different crises, our business model is very resilient because it has been developed through different or various economic cycles. So going back on this slide, we are present in 120 countries. At the moment, we have over 7 million users. So comparing that to our nearest competitor, they were just, I think, about 700 in membership. So we're huge. In terms of global footprint, we're the biggest also. At the moment, we have 3,500 locations. Here in the Philippines, we have 26 locations. Because of the surge in demand for flexible workspaces, we're actively looking for business partners to help us grow the business. So we're the only, and actually the very first, to offer flexible workspace in terms of business partnership through franchise. So what I wanted to highlight in this slide is our multi-brand offering. So I did mention earlier about Regis, Spaces, HQ, and Signature. So that's one of the leverage or advantage that we have compared to our other competitors. They only have a single brand. For IWG, here in the Philippines, we offer 4 brands. Across the globe, it's actually over 30 branding. So that means we're actually able to participate in different market segmentation. We're also able to position ourselves in different pricing points, such that for customers who are super price sensitive, we actually have a brand for them, as well as the product. So that's one of the advantages of having that multi-brand offering. So who are our customers? So most of our customers are actually the big ones. So we call them the enterprise customer. Most of you will recognize most of the names on this slide. Just want to highlight as well that for this year alone, during the first half of this year, Standard Chartered, HSBC, even Nestle actually got or contracted with us for memberships. So that's about 500,000 in membership, which means any of their employee who is a holder of that membership card can actually access any of our locations globally, 3,500 locations. So membership is actually one of the products that we offer, aside from the physical offices where we have the flexible workspace arrangement, as well as the co-working plans. There are more products that we offer other than those. We also have virtual products, disaster recovery, and a lot more. Right. So as you may have noticed, these big customers have actually are actually ready when we get to the other side, when we get out of COVID, because they actually reduce the size of their offices and actually just got memberships from us. So meaning they have reinvented, they have re-engineered themselves, they are ready. So their employees in general are doing hybrid working. So meaning not at all times they're not in the office, they're actually working elsewhere. So it can be at home, it can be in the office, or anywhere else near their home. And it actually fits into our business model, given the surge in demand for hybrid work patterns. All right, so I've been highlighting about the surge in demand. Even prior to the pandemic, we've actually seen acceleration of demand for flexible workspace as people thrive for work-life balance. So not the 8-hour work in the office may not work for all. Hence, even prior to the pandemic, people are struggling to have that kind of work-life balance, and they see flexible workspace as one of the solutions for that. And what we can say is that one of the legacies of this pandemic is actually the hybrid working, which I have discussed earlier on. Okay. Although we say that during this pandemic, we were all put into a global experiment of working from home. And there are a lot of challenges that has become visible from working from home. So I know it's different per country to country, but Philippines in terms of internet connectivity is very much challenged. So you have your spouse who's trying to do work as well, your children doing homeschooling, they're all competing with you in terms of internet bandwidth. So, and then another is data security, especially for those who are working for financial institutions, for the banks. They have very strict or stringent rules on data privacy. So, as you know, during this pandemic, there's been an increasing trend of internet scams. So that's actually one of the challenges that we realized during this pandemic. So what I'm saying is that work from home may not work for anyone. Hence, companies are actually looking for a place where employees can actually work near their home. So to serve that demand for hybrid work solutions, we're actually expanding our presence in the Philippines and across the globe by way of franchise. So at the moment in the Philippines, we currently have 3 existing franchises. One recently signed just last month. So even during the pandemic, we have been signing franchise agreements as people and investors and partners are realizing the growth potential for this industry. All right, so the partnership structure is, of course, a franchise. So we sign a franchise agreement. The term for this deal is actually 20 years. That is 10 years, but with an option to renew for a 2 period of 5 years, hence 20 years, right? So in terms of operational control, as in any business, as earlier discussed by Geoff, it has to be the franchisee. But IWG us will be doing a regular business coaching. We do that on a weekly basis. Then we slowly transition that into something periodic like monthly or quarter as needed. In terms of the fit out or making that space converted into an IWG design as you are seeing in this photo now, the spending or the capital investment has to be made by the franchisee because they own the business. And then in terms of fee, IWG will be collecting a certain percentage of the net revenue. So for some reason, that's something that I'm not able to disclose during this webinar. But for those who are interested, please feel free to reach out to me or any members of the PFA. I'm happy to get in touch with you. All right, and then in terms of return, it's market premium. We would have not survived for 30 years if the returns are not good. So by now you may be thinking what space may work. So just to cite an example, we actually have centers in various firms, like one entire small building, It can be half of a mid-sized building. It can be one or several floors of a big or a large building, high rise, or it can be the entire building. So you can be the property owner or an investor who's willing to lease out a space from a landlord to operate a flexible workspace. So that's how it will work. All right, so in terms of support, we will be providing you all of the infrastructure support here. So from operations, from procurement, from inventory management, from pricing, from design of the space, from layout, even accounting, if needed, we will provide that to you. All right, so that's it. For any interest, you have my name, my email addresses there, as well as the telephone numbers. And I hope to have provided you insightful discussions for today. Over to you, Paula.
Thank you so much, Ms. Natividad. Moving forward, we have with us another special presentation from the company that offers secure connectivity and reliable technology tools to efficiently enable businesses to have optimal performance and to help entrepreneurs achieve their business goals. To tell us more about it, let's welcome the head for Visayas, small and medium business of PLDT Enterprise, Ms. Jinky Francisco. Hi, Ms. Jinky.
Hi. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Kat. Maupay na aga. For those of you who are tuning in from Tacloban and Samar, I know we are in Region 8. The rest of Leyte, may buntag, and good morning to everyone. Let me share my screen. Thank you again for allowing us, PLDT, to always be part of this activity. It's nice to hear also people that are actually very, very much inclined to open up the business. Let me know, Paula, if you are seeing my screen.
Yes, we can.
Am I now visible?
Yes, ma'am, we can see your
Okay.
screen.
All right. Again, daghang salamat to DTI, to RD. And today we will again give you some glimpse of the challenges and the business essentials. You have heard all the offering. It's so nice because more than 90% of registered firms in the country today are MSME. A lot of you probably are also tuning in abroad. Sabi nga kanina ni Job and Andrew, maybe some of you are OFW are thinking about business. But what is really the essential in putting up a business? Again, it's nice to be guided what business to take, but we want to give you also the challenges and the tools. To start with, we all know that for the past month, 18 months, we have encountered a lot of challenges in pandemic. Thus, it increased a lot of mobile users. Kasama na tayo doon. In terms of we're doing our operations, for those of you who are in business, and even our personal needs. We have even the simplest, ordering our food and even on transactions on our banking needs. We can see here on the screen I'm showing to you are actually the mobile users, and this is 2020. I'm sure nag-increase na to. In other words, with all these numbers that you are seeing, a lot of people are more glued now in mobile phones to transact, to operate, and everything else more than the desktop. Actually, more than our screen, our TV. So nakikita natin bilang mga negosyante na ito ang dapat nating i-address. And why is it that there's so much need now for the internet? Number one, this is our traditional. Before, when we go to a mall or want to have something, we always want to have a clear advertisement. We want to see it sa paper, maybe sa mga billboards, and then we go to the mall, we go to the site, we check, and then we buy. But because of the very compelling safety protocols that we have to take, napabilis tayo on a more digital way of doing it. We actually check on the mobile phones for reviews, wherever we want to go, wherever we want to eat. And then we place our orders. And then, of course, it's being fulfilled by our riders. In other words, we have experienced before business exists online, they actually exist in real life. And that's the reality of things. Now, this is what we call now the now normal. Now anymore the new normal, but the now normal. Now, because of this, the behavior are here to stay. Alam natin yan. We probably get rid now of the face shield, but it's part of our OOTD now, the face mask. Businesses should embrace being digital to fully recover. This is the reality of things. And I've quoted actually the attorney, our NEDA, Eastern Visayas Regional Director. And then he said that actually we were caught, no, particularly the Region 8, we were caught surprised. I'm sure all of us naman, akala natin, pandemic will just be for a month, 2 months, balik na kami sa office. But it's here to stay. So in other words, there's really a badly need of putting your business and embracing digital to compete. A lot of you are listening right now, mag-i-invest kayo. You've heard a lot of choices offering hindi madali yung kumita ng pera. And you want it long term. So we are here understanding, and PLDT would always be here to support that need. Now, we have lined up here the recovery of MSME. What are the 4 basic challenges? Number 1 is the access to reliable internet. Kahit tayo ngayon, and we're not even perfect. Kahit kami, we do experience some setbacks every now and then because of the congestion, because of the need. Now, we are highlighting here a business-grade internet solution. Why is a business-grade? Because again, your business is a long-term thing. We're looking at branching out. 1, we would like to hear from you. Paano kami makakatulong sa inyo? How you will branch out into more other places. And we want to be more consultative with you. We want to understand ano yung need nyo, because a business-grade internet solution is not just a canned internet solution. We want to know, kailangan nyo ba ito? Ano kailangan ng riders nyo? But if you have other business models that we can actually work with you. Next is, of course, the access to cash. Alam natin to na ito yung sa MSME, ito yung concerns natin. And I believe, and I'm glad that SB Corp, ng partner ng DTI, they provide actually loans, they even provide assistance, and other banks, particularly for MSME. By why they are focusing on MSME? Because again, we are the backbone of economy. Ito ang magdadala sa atin to revamp into our economy. Next is the access to digital solutions. What are the things that we want to discover here? Paymaya, for example. Cashless. We are more accustomed now to cashless transactions. And what we want to give to you is the curated solution. Bakit again business grade? Kasi again, moving forward, we want to give to you ano yung pwede nyo pang gamitin as you progress your business. We have security kits. Kailangan natin yan, yung mga CCTV, kailangan natin ng Paymaya solutions, for example, for cashless. And of course, the access to training and upskilling. Alam natin na as a business, as a startup, and those who want to bounce back, kailangan nila ng business counseling. That's why I'm very much appreciative of what DTI is doing through Negosyo Center. And we are there to actually support you. We are now coming back, on site. Dati, nag-off tayo due to pandemic. And because of this, because we understand, ang dami niyong kailangan gawin. You've heard all about the requirements of putting up a business. But again, we cannot deny the fact that the internet solution is part of the preparation. Therefore, we want to give you what we call our stimulus program, our startup thing. Again, this is what we call our Beyond Fiber. We will give you in a one kit a router. It's a Cisco router, so you can have the Wi-Fi or the access point. Again, I'd like to emphasize the business grade fiber. Kaya siya business grade. We want to give you a minimum of at least 90% of the subscribed bandwidth. So kung 50 Mbps yung initial namin for you, because as a startup, ito yung kailangan nyo. We don't want to give you a white elephant na ang laki naman, pero hindi naman masyadong kailangan. So the 50 Mbps will give you a 45 Mbps. And of course, a landline. Kailangan nyo to for those of you na kailangan mag-transact to your suppliers through landline or even local partners. In other words, you would be able to enjoy this for only 90 pesos for the next 3 months. Bakit namin to ibinibigay sa inyo? Again, you have a lot of things to prepare. You have a lot of things to invest. Gusto namin yung first 3 months, you are actually operating, you are preparing without even worrying yung big chunks na mapupunta pa for internet service. And that's no installation fee. Meaning, you would be able to enjoy yung 2,490 for the next 3 months, 90 pesos lang yung kailangan yung bayaran with all the requirements na pwede namin i-share sa inyo. And of course, experience it for 90 days. Now, I'd like you to look on the screen for your inquiries. This is a QR code. I also have my sales in charge, Roda Telicer. You can see the contact numbers there. Please get back to us, ask us. No commitment. We would be able to give you some glimpse of the challenges and of course the solution for your business. Again, daghang salamat. Thank you very much, PFA DTI, for this opportunity to help our really the heroes of economy, the MSME. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Jinky. Indeed, in these times of crisis, we want to be of help to one another. So moving forward, our next brand goes by the line Max Sulit, Max Sarap sa LC Big Mac. To tell us more about their brand, let us all welcome the Franchise Operations Manager of LC Big Mac Burger, Mr. Ruben Bediones. Hi, Sir Ruben.
Hi, Ma'am Kat. Thank you. Good morning. Nadidinig ako, Ma'am Kat? Clear?
Yes po, sir. Yes po.
Okay. Share ko lang yung screen ko, ano? Okay. 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 Good morning, everybody. Good morning po sa Region 8 attendees, no? Sa Southern Visayas, no? Why franchise LC Big Mac, no? Okay. Una, established na po at tested na po yung system namin for 37 years, no? Has lower risk with success rate. So far naman po, for almost magsi 6 years na kami from franchise business, 80% ng mga nag-franchise sa amin ay nag-renew na po. Okay? We offer high gross margin of 42 to 45% margin with pre-sold customer base, lalo na sa mga province in terms of sa Visayas, no? Okay? Had more than 37 years of expertise na po kami. Okay? No 37 years. We have 800 company outlet and 200 franchise outlet. More or less, mas marami kami franchise sa Mindoro and Albay. But we have an opening of 2 outlet this coming December in San Ricardo, Southern Leyte, and Borongan, Samar. And locally created in concept of mass merit. Pangmasa po ang aming produkto. Okay? Next, meron po kami promo ngayon. Okay? LC Big Mac, nag-create po ng bagong promo. Budget franchise package for 2 outlets. You get a discount of 100,000 for 2 outlets. Only 260,000 lang po. Okay? Ang initial investment package inclusion dun sa 260 is franchise fee. Ang franchise fee po namin is 150,000, good for 5 years na po yun na contract. And a security deposit of 30,000. And license to operate of 2 stores. Ibig sabihin po, pag kinubay nyo yung dalawa, ang total amount po niya ay 360 But kapag kinuha niyo po yung promo namin, you get 100,000 discount for that. Yung hindi po naka-include dun sa promo namin, you need to discuss is equipment accessories, initial stocks, and store construction. Okay? Yung promo duration po namin, tatagal po siya hanggang January 31, 2022. Kaya yung mga nasa Visayas po dyan, kung interested po kayo to franchise in your area, you can email at franchiseopsbigmac@gmail.com or you can contact 0917-628-0866 or 0998-868-9360. Ito pa po yung good news. Kung willing po kayo, no, pwede ko po kayo i-discussan. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry to interrupt.
Nakikinig
No?
ba ako?
Can you flash the screen on or PowerPoint in slideshow po and then maybe move the
Okay.
slides?
Sandali. Hindi ba nakikita?
Hindi po sir naka-slideshow.
Okay. Sorry.
Sure,
Sorry.
sir.
Okay. Yan, ma'am.
Hindi pa rin sir.
PowerPoint.
Siguro sir, you can stop share na muna and then screen share again.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay, sir.
Okay. Okay na, ma'am?
Kindly click sir the slideshow. Naka-ano pa rin
Yeah.
siya, normal.
Sandali,
Naka-normal view pa rin siya.
Sandali. Hi, ma'am. Hello.
Hi Sir Ruben, kindly click the projector sign
Okay.
near the minus sign on the lower right of your screen. Ayan, yung projector sign, sir. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Okay na, ma'am?
I guess it really takes time to load, no? Okay, hold on, sir.
Hello, ma'am? Sorry,
Hi, Sir Ruben.
Ikaw.
Hindi pa rin kasi siya naka-screen share. So,
Sige, ma'am. Sorry. Meron naman akong in-email sa inyo, but in my laptop siguro.
let me check the email. I can load or copy. All right, there you go. Ms. Jessica can take over your slides, and then Sir Ruben, you can proceed with your presentation. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Hello. Okay, again, no? Yung LC Big Mac, we can offer at budget franchise package for 2, a discount of 100,000 with a total amount of 260,000 for 2 new outlets. Okay? Inclusion po dun sa investment package natin is franchise fee good for 5 years, no? security deposit for 30,000, no? And license to operate of 2 stores. Yung hindi po nakasama dun sa package na discuss ay yung equipment accessories, initial stocks, tsaka store construction. Yung promo duration lang po natin ay hanggang January 31, 2022. Kaya yung mga nasa Southern Visayas po, okay, you have opportunity to mag-conduct dyan sa area po ninyo this coming December 15 to 20, lalo na dyan sa San Ricardo, Leyte, Southern Leyte, at sa Borongan, Samar. Nandyan po ako para po mag-attend sa opening ng aking mga franchisee. Okay? Next slide, ma'am. Okay, ang promo mechanics natin, okay, budget promo package for 2, duration for 4 months only. Okay? Ang ano po niyan, no? Okay, once na nag-open po tayo ng ating unang outlet, yung unang date ng opening ng unang outlet natin, kailangan may open natin yung pangalawang outlet natin 4 months before the opening ng unang outlet natin, or else mapoforfeit po natin yung promo ng 100,000 discount. Okay? The initial stocks and equipment accessory will be optional and not included in the initial investment package. Okay? Store construction is not included in the investment package. Depende po yan sa lugar at sa laki ng area po natin, ng outlet natin. Meron po kaming van outlet, meron po kaming counter type kiosk, at meron po kaming counter type store outlet. Okay. Ang initial down payment namin for 2 outlets is 150,000. Okay? To avail the promo. But kung hindi naman promo ang inyong kukunin, you can down payment of 75,000 initial down payment. Okay? Promo duration po namin hanggang January 31, 2022. Next slide, please. Okay. Ito po yung mga product ng Big Mac ngayon, no? Lahat po ng ino-offer namin is a buy one, take one. Except the super long and foot long. Meron po kaming tinatawag naming super long with a 15 inches size ng hotdog. At higit sa lahat, yung bagong product namin na nilaunch, yung Mac Cheesy Log. Okay? Meron po kaming bacon cheesy log, ham cheesy log, hotdog cheesy log, tsaka po burger cheesy log. At higit sa lahat, yung aming bestseller, yung sisig cheesy log. At meron pa rin po kami bestseller na bagong product, yung po naman po yung sisig burger namin. Okay? Next slide. Okay. What the LC Big Mac adjustment na doing adapt to the new normal, no? Sa ngayon po, no, almost 90% of our franchisee is nag-ooperate na po. Yung mga hindi pa lang po nag-ooperate, yung po yung mga malapit sa school at malapit po sa mga terminal. Okay? Pero this coming December, i-open na po nila yung malalapit sa terminal na na mga outlet. At franchise outlet offer online food delivery service. Nakatie up po kami sa Food Panda, lalo na sa mga area ng Laguna, Batangas, Albay, Daraga, okay, Mindoro, yung karamihan po ng mga area na nag-ooperate na rin po ang Food Panda. Okay? We have a franchise meeting during pandemic or kamustahan to brainstorming para ma-adapt natin yung new normal po ngayon. No? Marami po ngayong mga franchisee ko na nag-ooperate na at nagta-tie up sa mga local delivery nila doon sa province nila. Adjust the trading hours of their outlet and help franchise to relocate the business. No? Kaya nga nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, almost 90% yung nag-operate sa amin kasi tinutulungan namin siya to relocate their business. Okay? And lagi lang nire-remind yung mga franchisee namin to follow the health protocol guidelines implemented by IATF and LGU para hindi po kami mapasara. Okay? Next. Yung franchise package inclusion po namin, no? License to use trademark, name and logo, startup business guidance, nag-aano po kayo may na site evaluation, no? Kung sa mga area po natin, no? At nagko-conduct din po kami ng mga konting training para malaman ninyo kung applicable ba yung area na nire-recommend ninyo. Okay? Design and construction guidance, nandito po kami to guide you, no? Franchise operation manual, operation management and customer training during cash flow management, LSM seminar, and crisis management. Okay. Continuing support. Every 2 months po, nagpipill visit po yung mga auditor at yung ibang mga assistant ko to check kung paano pa matutulong sa inyo. Okay. Constant business and operation mentoring, updates of new product or promotion, marketing support, local and store marketing support, yan po yung mga karamihan na inaano po namin. Okay? And take note po, ang karamihan po na aming mga franchise, no, 80% is government employee and OFW po. Ready for the big time? Call us now, 0998-868-8360 and 0917-628-0866 or email us franchiseopsbigmac@gmail.com para ma-email ko po sa inyo yung LC Big Mac franchise presentation namin at inyong pong mabasa. Kasama na po doon yung financial skeletal ng business namin. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ruben. Maraming salamat po. Moving forward, our last presentation is from a colorful and attractive food court that serves quail eggs or kwek-kweks, a famous Filipino street food which is made of deep-fried, buttered, hard-boiled eggs served with their best-tasting sauces, such as vinegar, sweet chili, or sweet sauce. Sino ba naman ang may hindi alam ng kwek-kwek? Everyone loves it. So help me introduce or welcome the operations manager of Eggstation, Ms. Ana Feliz Evangelista. Hi, Ms. Ana.
Hi, good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank PFA and DTI for inviting us to present our food cart concept, which is the Eggstation, and to help those existing or potential entrepreneurs to be their own boss. Okay, so on behalf of Angel Food House Corporation, this is Ana Feliz Evangelista, the operations manager of Eggstation. Just a brief history of our company. Eggstation is under Angel Food House Corporation, which is a family corporation, started March 2012. We have been featured in Kapuso Mo Jessica Soho as the owner started selling kwek-kwek, tokneneng, balut and penoy in the street of Tondo. That was Dekada 90. Until an opportunity came and they decided to try and put it inside the mall, which became a success in a span of 3 months. We already had 20 successful branches back then. We are located in various malls like SM Food Court area, SM Terminal, Pure Gold Malls.
Ms. Ann, sorry to interrupt. Can you slideshow your presentation?
Yes, I did.
It's not loading on the screen. How about we try to stop share and then screen share again?
Okay. Sorry about
Thank
that.
you, Ms. Ann. While waiting for Ms. Ann, should you have questions or participants, kindly send in your questions in the Q&A tab.
Nakikita na po ba sa screen?
Have you clicked on the projector logo or icon on the lower right? Or is it really not? Yeah, that one. I guess it's like loading.
How about that one? Nakikita niyo na po?
Not yet, Miss Anne. Let me check with the team if we have a backup copy of your slide so we can take over your slide sharing.
Actually, on my screen, I see it.
It's not loading them on our end. Yeah. So Miss Jessa from our team took over. Can you say it, ma'am? Can you see it, Miss Anna? Your slides on the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. There you go. You may proceed, Miss Anna.
Thank you. Again, as I was saying, we are located in various malls like SM Food Court area, SM Terminal, Pure Gold Malls. You also have in Ayala Malls, amusement park like Manila Ocean Park, and many more. So, next slide, please. This is our excellent sa sarap menu. We have kwek kwek, fried and steamed balut, fried and steamed penoy, tokneneng, astig, which is known as chicken tail, nek mo, which is chicken neck. We also have our 1-day-old, and best part of this is our excellent sa sarap sauces, which is sweet chili, and vinegar. We also have our gulaman juices. Next slide, please. This pandemic, our franchise package is cost of cart and equipment, which is 150,000, exclusive of that. No royalty fee, no quota, with a franchise duration of 3 years, renewable. The renewal fee is 25% of the existing franchise fee. And this is our inclusions, use of trademark and logo, durable and attractive design food cart, 1 unit of 5 cubic feet chest freezer, 1 unit of a heavy-duty stainless deep fryer, range hood, kitchenwares, 7,000 worth initial product and inventory, 1 set of crew uniform, training, marketing support, pre-opening assistance, and notarized franchise agreement. Next slide, please. Our franchise criteria, franchisee should be has capital for Eggstation package, willingness to be trained or improved, positive and supportive attitude, has existing manpower and strategic location. Next, please. And for those who are our franchise applicants, the application process should be first, attend the exclusive business presentation. Second, submit franchise application form. Third is the payment and contract signing. Fourth is the franchise orientation, planning, feasibility, and feasibility study. And 5 is the grand opening. Next, please. And the next please. For franchise inquiry, you can email us or message us in our Facebook page. We are implementing our limited number of customers in store 10, and please wait in line and maintain 2 meters distance from the next person. We have cashless din po ang payments natin and are preferred to limit the contact. We also have our Delivery Express partners, which is Food Panda, DeliRush, and others. So you can enjoy, customers can enjoy their excellent sa sarap menu in the comfort of their home. Next slide, please. So for those who are interested in franchising, just email us at franchise@eggstations.com. You can email us at anae.eggstation@gmail.com. You can also visit our website. It's www.eggstations.com. And you can message us and follow us on our Facebook page, which is Eggstation Food Cart. You can contact us at 0919-081-4580. And thank you, and be a part of our growing family. Have fun making tusok-tusok, maging madiskarte sa pagpili ng negosyo. Eggstation, excellent sa sarap. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Anna. So, thank you, Ms. Evangelista. There you have it, our presenters this morning. Ms. Kat?
Hi, yes. At this point, we shall now proceed on the Q&A portion. So let's throw the questions that we have for them. Paula, please.
All right, so let's first, for the first question, so we have for our resource speaker, Mr. Joff. And while waiting for Mr. Joff to open his camera, so our question is, what would you advise our participants who have day job but is ready to invest in franchising? So what can you recommend them to try as they try to balance now their work, but at the same time pursue their dream of becoming their own boss?
Ideally, the franchisee, being a franchisee is a full-time job in itself, no? And the franchisors, of course, they favor full-time franchise managers, no? Pero of course, everything is not ideal, everything is not perfect. There are franchisees who are also full-time employees who do well, no? So for the franchisors, case to case, they may give exceptions, no? So in the case that the franchisee is also a full-time employee, he or she may employ a full-time manager na lang to manage or to operate the business in his or her place.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Joff. So our next question would be, what advice can you give to boost the confidence of our viewers to consider and venture into franchising? Especially now, no, syempre madaming scam, so medyo maraming hesitant.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? Sorry po.
What advice can you give to boost the confidence of our viewers to consider and venture into franchising?
Okay. Well, based sa mga sa mga nag-present na rin, no, for these for the franchises right now, a lot of the franchise offers are very attractive, no. For to boost the confidence, no, they have already given what are the ways, no, some of them na yung mga online support ganyan. Some of them offers a down payment, tapos very friendly yung yung installment schemes ganyan. So ang din is a lot of jobs has been lost also during the pandemic, no. So this is another way for them to recover, no, some of the lost na salaries nila, so they can profit, no. So this is another venture for them, especially when we enter the now normal, no. So darating din tayo sa point, no, na everything may be back to the way they were as before.
Thank you so much, Sir
Thank you,
Joff.
Sir Joff. So this next question is for our presenters. So first, I'd like to ask, what support do you give to your franchisees that helps them build their revenues or profit during the first 6 to 12 months of operation? So my follow-up question is, do you have any franchisees that has a daytime job? And can you share some experience on how they try to balance, no, those being a franchisee at the same time pursuing their daytime job? So let's begin with LC Big Mac, Mr. Ruben.
Okay. Hi, ma'am. Good morning again. No, some of ang franchising, no, is a good question, no. Regarding dun sa mga nagtatrabaho, no, usually during our training, no, meron akong binibigay sa kanila na naka-Excel format na yon, no. Ang nagko-compute na siya, no. Ilagay lang natin doon yung estimated expenses natin for the month. Magko-compute na siya kung ano yung break-even sales mo. Okay? Doon sa break-even sales mo, doon magki-create at mag-ano yung franchisee na kukumikita ka ba or hindi. Okay? And then kung alam mo every month bago pumasok yung month kung ano yung break-even sales mo, malalaman mo na kagad kung ano yung papa-target sales mo sa macro mo. Okay? And then every month, I always review their PO kasi yung PO nila naka-base doon sa break-even sales nila, no? Usually, if your break-even sales sample is 5,000 pero yung order mong PO is 3,000, is napaka-imposible na kumita ka. Okay? And the way din naman sa nag-work, no? Simple lang yung business, Addition lang yan, 1 plus 1 lang yan. No? If you order a PO product of worth 10,000 and then multiply of 42 to 43%, yun yung margin na maibibigay ninyo. For example natin is, maaring kitain mo doon sa PO is 14,300 kasama na, no? yung less na doon. Pero your crew is nagsasabi sa inyo, ma'am, you need to order. 8,000 pa lang, wala ka ng produkto. There's something wrong in your business. Maaring ninanakawan ka or something, merong hindi magandang nangyayari sa business mo. Kahit nag-work ka, balance, kasi I have 80% of franchisee o government employee, police, sundalo, teacher, lahat yan nag-work. And then usually, pati mga OFW, no? Ito yung napakagaang lang kasi kala nila kapag nag-business ka, no? You need tutukan mo maigi ay nagko-concentrate ka. It's a wrong, no? Kasi you need to balance your business na you need to categorize them. Yan ba ay family income or extra income? Okay? Yun yung you need na matutunan ng mga interested franchisee na bago sila pumasok sa isang franchising business, you need to categorize muna kung ano ba itatayo na ng business. Okay? Kasi minsan, kasi doon tayo namamali. Doon sila minsan namamali. Gusto nila is family income. Pero yung business na tinayo naman pala, hindi na lang pang family income. Okay? Usually, the business, yun ang tinuturo namin during training of 5 days. Numbers games lang yan, no? Malalaman, kahit ikatrabaho ka, malalaman mo kagad kung kumikita yung business mo or hindi. By numbers, not assuming. Yun ang tulong na binibigay namin sa mga franchisee at mga nagtatrabaho para mag-start sila mag-business. Kasi sometimes yun ang kinakatakutan nila. Nagko-work ako paano ko mamomonitor yan? Okay, yun yung lagi nilang natatakot sila mag-start ng business. Kasi ang tanong nila, ang laging tingin nila sa business is sugal. No, yun is business is risky but mapiprevent mo yung pagkalugi mo dahil mapag-aaralan mo. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Ruben. I'd like to highlight now that accounting is the language of business. So it's really important for franchisees, for business owners to at least learn the basic accounting. No? So
Yes,
I'd like to
accounting
highlight also,
101.
yeah, I'd like to highlight what Mr. Ruben also said. So the good thing about acquiring a franchise is that the franchisor will provide you a template already, and they will advise you if there's something going on with the figure, so they can see that already. So how about for Eggstation, Miss Anne?
Yes. Actually, before the grand opening, we require them to have trainings. All our systems, inventory systems, and operational systems, kasama yon sa training. Not for the staff, but also to the owner. We require the owner will train too. Kasi sila yung sila na yung boss eh. So sila yung makakita ng operations niya. We also have our team leaders na umiikot sa lahat ng mga branches to not to audit but to check what their problems or concerns. We also have our group chat with the owners and franchisees to check if their concerns and kamustahin every day. So we also have that. Yun yung maganda sa mga mga franchise ngayon tulungan na hindi lang sa una, kundi hanggang huli. That's why it's a family.
Yes, so franchising indeed is building a business on your own, but not by yourself. How about for Pizza Pedricos, Mr. Rolly?
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Paula. Okay, it's not only for the first 6 months, no? Our support goes all throughout your contract period. So, what the support will be extended to our franchisee. Once you are part of our dealership systems, you are given the access to or sell our Pizza to Go brand, meaning while you are selling your main products from either Pizza Pedricos or Santino Supreme Slice, you can sell also Pizza to Go at the very heart of your community. Plus, you can save up to 150,000 pesos by opening 10 countertops with waived dealership fee. Our countertop is like a speedboat ready to reach our customers wherever they are. You have a computer shop, let's open countertop. You have canteen, let's open countertop. You have internet cafe, let's open countertop. So it's a product complement anyway. Right now nga, yung mga milk tea, ayan, milk tea shop, nakikipag-partner sa amin yan. Just to add Pizza Pedricos products. Plus the support of the reseller program. So lahat ng reseller program, like the launching of Pizza Pedricos Paborito Club, for example, if someone called the office and is not ready to invest for 350,000, we will make him or her reseller, pasa na agad yun sa franchisee namin, instant customer right. So instant sales channel. So that's how we support our franchisee. Another thing is that when you open outlet within NCR or sa Visayas naman, within Business Support Center, while other franchisors are charging the delivery cost, we at Jiminy Foods are still catering pre-delivery for our franchisees or dealers. To cut it short, you will access other business opportunities, other selling channels through our network.
Thank you for that, Mr. Rolly. It's very promising, no? That Mr. Rolly highlighted that alongside with Pizza Pedrico's, you can also pursue other businesses like milk teas, Kenyan beverages. Okay, so we have actually a question from Mr. Phil Valentin. So he's particularly interested on resellers program of Pizza Pedrico's. So Mr. Rolly may get in touch to Mr. Phil Valentin in the chat box. So for the details of the resellers program. So for IWG, Mr. Rowena, can you somehow relate to this question?
Yeah, so two questions have been raised now. First is yung support that we provide to new franchisees. Another is what if that's not their day job? So meaning they have other jobs to do. So first for the support, typically the launch process for the center takes like 12 weeks, so 3 months. But before we even fit out a center, we do pre-selling activities for them. We also do marketing, planning, and then plans also for the launch of the center. At the same time, we introduce them to real property brokers in order for us to market the upcoming center. And then there's also that continuous training for them. I think Sienna did mention about training system. So we also have that. In addition to that, we allow shadowing of our existing employees. And then there's weekly business coaching. So in business coaching is very important for the new franchisee because that helps them get up to speed and be able to absorb everything such that when they generate leads and inquiries, they're actually very prepared to take on those new deals. All right, in terms of the job, whether they have other jobs, actually all of our franchises are conglomerates. So meaning they are invested in other businesses other than the flexible workspace. While we provide them with tremendous support, they have this understanding that it's a franchise center and they own the business. So in terms of the management and operations, that's actually care of the franchisee. So we require them to assign a dedicated person. If it's a cluster franchise, meaning a number of centers within different locations or within different cities, they need to have a performance head who will be in direct contact with us at any point of time. If it's just one center flexible workspace, then they need to have an area manager. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wang. So that's another one very promising because we're learning from the global experts, no? And then we understand that they understood already the needs of their franchise. So we have questions. I have a question for PLDT, Ms. Drinky Francisco. So can you somehow help your clients further after sales, or do you do follow-ups after like 6 months of your partnership with your clients?
Yeah, we do, Paula. As I've said earlier, our commitment is really consultative, especially that's why it's really yung business grade aside from connectivity, because we want to follow through, especially those who are branching out. We want to understand 3 months down the road, ano yung plano mo? And again, that's why I put there sa chat box, makikita niyo po si Rhoda is stationed in the area. And aside from her, we have sales channel that you can talk to. You can even check your area if it's fiber ready. You can get in touch with her. If you're thinking of a location right now, very vital po yung connectivity. So try to check with her. No commitment at all. Wala kayong kailangan bayaran for survey. She's gonna do it for you. So you'll be guided. Kasi vital talaga yung internet for any businesses that you would like to put up. So again, continue yon, tinitingnan namin. And as you grow, we also would like to assess your growing needs so we can actually supply you with the right solution.
Thank you so much, Miss
Thank you
Jinky.
for that, Ms. Jinky.
So now,
Go ahead. Ms. Kat.
yeah. So now, we would like to, of course, ask our presenters, what ways do you collect your best practices, and how do you share them to your franchisees? So maybe we'd like to start with Sir Rolly of Pizza Pedricos.
Thank you, Mang Pa. Actually, we have what we call the EDO board. So, yun. Monthly, we are sending the, updates to our franchisees. And then doon sa EDO board namin, you can actually put your recommendations, suggestions, or whatever about the brand. You can tell us, and then we will study that, and then we will make sure na pag-aaralan namin yung sinasuggest ng mga franchisees namin, and then eventually we will get back to our franchisees kung ano yung nagiging progress. So that's one thing, no? Plus yung mga daily communication namin, right there and then kapag mayroong learning yung isang franchisee, we cascade that. For example, ngayon magde-December na naman, no? So before maraming scam sa store, no? Yung mga collection ng sales. Pero right now, because of that practice na kapag nangyari sa isang store, we eventually cascade agad. So it prevents, no, yung mga ganong insidente. Plus yung mga best practices namin, kung ano yung mga nagiging sales driver ng aming mga franchisees, like yung mga special events, mga bulk orders, like yung mga birthday parties, we engage with that. So that's a lot more help sa aming mga franchisees.
Thank you, Sir Rolly. Of course, we must, we definitely agree, no, na in times like, syempre, pandemic, hindi na, lalo na ngayong pandemic, syempre, mas maraming naghirap. So, we must be extra diligent and extra careful. So it's very important to cascade those best practices and parang caution to your franchisees as well. So thank you so much for that, Sir Rolly. So now may we hear it from Miss Anna of Eggstation.
Well, actually, best practices would be, as I was saying a while ago, meron kaming mga group chats na everyday kamustahan doon, sales. And if ever we have an event, we kasama din sila doon. Kasama lahat. Suggestions, concerns, yan. Mga suggestions like parties, yan. Ina-allow namin silang lahat. And inaano namin sila, parang binuboost namin sila na to have resellers, kung may mga resellers, and Delivery Express, yan. Kami yung nag-aasikaso for them para magkaroon sila ng Delivery Express, makatulong sa mga sales nila. Yun. So I believe yun yung pinaka magandang practice. And then the social media, and kasama din po lahat ng mga franchisee doon for the marketing.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Miss Anna. Now we would like to hear it from Sir Ruben.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Good afternoon again. Okay, yung mga good practices naman sa franchisee, no, and franchisee and franchisor, usually sa kamustahan, no, importante yung lalo na this pandemic, no, and sabi nga natin, no, ni Ms. Kat, marami naghihirap, marami nag-ano, and the business model itself, no, yung business model namin, isa yan sa mga tinamaan, no, but usually, lalo na pabago-bago, lalo na sa mga province na mga third-class municipality and fourth-class municipalities, pabago-bago yung mga announcement kung kailan, ano oras ang curfew. Ngayon lang naman kasi lumuwag, no, November and December. Lagi kong ini-inform yung mga franchisee ko na usually, i-check nila lagi yung break-even sales nila. Importante yun, no? Usually, ang pinaka-importante sa natin sa lahat, no, yung alam natin kung ano yung break-even natin, yung accounting 101 natin, no? Kasi in terms of pandemic, no, January to September, October lang lumuwag talaga ng gusto, no? Doon lang tayo kumukuha, kasi hindi tayo makapag-boost ng sales, Hindi tayo pwede nag-put up before na maglagay tayo sa mga barangay kapag may piyesta kasi na-limit talaga. Halos lahat na limit. Ang naging ano lang natin talaga is the delivery service eh. Yun na lang pakikipag-tie up eh. But yun ang tinuturo namin sa mga franchisee na kamustahan. Then usually is yung lagi nilang nire-review yung kanilang tinatawag namin break-even sales. And then kung hindi talaga nakakapag-break-even sales, syempre lagi kong nire-remind sa kanila yung tinuro ko na sometimes you need to assess your outlet kung kailangan ba siyang i-relocate na or kasi sometimes tayo mga Pinoy, no, yun ngayon lagi yung nasabi sa mga franchisee, no, pinapa-under natin yung simbuyo ng damdamin. Okay? Yun yung minsan ng kalaban natin. So kaya lagi yung nasabi sa mga franchisee, the business is numbers. Lagi yung hindi yan pinapandara na. Yun yung nire-remind ko. Kaya ngayon, mga franchisee ko is usually kapag kailangan nilang tulong, binibigay nila sa akin yung account, yung kanilang financial, no? And then to review that, kung saan pa talaga may problem, kung ang crew ba or yung tindahan ba. And then I give them some recommendation and then yung mga good practices ng ibang franchisee. And then lagi ko nire-remind sa kanila na this November and December, get ready because of the election kasi nandiyan ang pera. Okay? And get ready na lumalabas, nandiyan na yung pera eh, no? Usually, tinutulungan ko rin sila na ano yung pwede magbibigay ng discount is usually may mga barangay or mayor na o-order ng burger, no? Usually, yan ang inang-order burger, okay, during the election. Ano yung pwedeng, lalo na yung mga panahon ng mga caravan, no, ang dami niyan, no. Na kinukumpute din namin discount, yun ang i-help lang namin sa mga franchisee na kamustahan, ano yung pwedeng gawin to boost our sales, yun lang ang delivery. And higit sa lahat, laging guard or i-guard nila yung kanilang financial. Kasi doon magbibase talaga yung business namin. Okay?
Thank you so much, Sir Ruben. Of course, medyo similar po no, yung sagot ninyo ni Miss Ana, and I think it's very important yung kamustahan talaga with the franchisees para, of course, as franchisors, as the mother company, aligned kayo always with your franchisees. And syempre, makakapag-adjust rin sa changes na syempre dahil nasa iba-ibang regions nga po, and also at least everybody is aligned. So thank you so much for that. How about for Miss Rowena po? For IWG, how do you go about it po since medyo iba po yung inyong business format?
Yeah. So just to build on what Rowena said, so that's actually correct. Yung spending is actually increasing during this election time. You know, for our Philippine economy, it's highly based on domestic consumption. And it's a very good insights for franchisors as well as franchisee to know this seasonality. Kasi makakapag-timing ka talaga ng beef up of your sales. All right, so for IWGs, you said it's unique. It is indeed unique. The thing is, for best practices, since we're global, so our country manager who handles Philippines also handle other countries in Asia Pacific as well as ASEAN. So whatever best practice that he learned from one country, he'd usually share that to his direct reports to other countries, and that's where the rest of the members from other countries pick up from. So just to share with you, yung last best practice namin is actually setting up or identifying a CEO for one center. So CEO stands for Chief Excitement Officer. So what does she do? Since yung business namin is highly dependent on customers getting offices from us, so very critical that we retain them. And how do we retain them? We need to roll out activities that are exciting to them so that they will renew their contracts with us. So that has worked for us. That has actually improved our retention. So retention plus new sales is actually a good combination to sustain the business. So that's it for IWG.
Thank you so much, Ms. Rowena. I do agree with you, no, na not only during pandemic, but let's just hope na it will remain even after the pandemic. Of course, it's very important to keep the customers or consumers still very excited and looking forward to what the company has to always offer, something new. So for PLDT, ma'am, we would like to ask po, since of course it has been really emphasized na um, digital is the main source of our communication, especially during this pandemic. Like us now, we are together digitally, virtually. So on your end po, parang how do you gather the comments and then pass it on as best practices also to the consumers po, if that's a thing po in PLDT.
Thank you, Kat. In business, in PLDT Enterprise, we do normally have what we call the relationship managers, and they actually assign to take care of particular segments, some few accounts. So we do always have what we call the health check. We call them. That's actually the distinction if you are a business client or a business customer. So if a lot of you, I think some of your business owners here or yung ibang naging franchisee nyo na, we always again call them yung health check and ask them. Like for some, Rolly, we have some clients of yours, no, yung Santino, na meron siyang branch dito, they want something, pero lumaki na siya, and they want to link everything so they can have at the comfort of their own home or office na monitor niya yung galaw ng mga stores. So those are the things that we do check in conducting the health check, not only in terms of progress or expansion, but also in terms of challenges. As you know naman, hindi ka rin kami perfect. No, you can actually see that minsan hindi minsan, madalas, no, on the social media, tayo lahat, no. So, and that's also a basis for us to expand in areas. As we speak now in Region 8, there's still a lot of areas that we are expanding. In Southern Leyte, in Samar, in Tacloban, narami na kaming na-migrate, and it's nice to have, actually Region 8 is one of the highest growth for 2021. Nag-jump talaga in terms of business owners who adopted fiber. And that's actually our objective now, the MVP, no, na everywhere should be fiber. It might not be possible na lahat ngayon, but we are actually investing a lot to fiberize the whole Philippines. We have the most number of footprints. I believe by this time, more than 400,000 kilometers to serve each one of you, big and small, especially the MSME.
Thank you so much, Miss Jinky. Of course, it's nice to know that the efforts of PLDT to make our lives easier still continues po. So
actually,
now,
the pressure is in us. The pressure is in us because of the pandemic. Totoo
Yes
yun.
po.
The pressure is in us to expand more.
Yes po, Miss Jinky. But I think you're doing great po. So now we would like to ask this question to our friends from DTI Region 8. So is Mr. Valentin and Miss Jean in po? Maybe ask po to, yes, start your camera, sir. So we have a question for DTI. So what are your services that are available to the public, especially to those of the people in Region 8 who are interested to set up their businesses po? Kindly unmute po, sir.
I primarily basically DTI offers business name registration to our business owners po who want to have their business name to be registered po. In order for them to register into business, they can visit a nearest negosyo center in their municipality to or to ask them regarding to what are the Department of Trade and Industry programs and services offered po. They can also ask them the programs such as the loans of small and business corporations if they have po, if they want to loan po. At Jean, you have po some others thing to add up, Miss Jean? And DTI also offers mentoring programs such as KMME. If our business or our MSMEs want to enter to join mentorship programs with DTI, they can also visit the Negosyo Center in order for them to be listed po.
While waiting for Miss Jean's answer, no?
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Our next question is,
Hi.
there you go,
Yes,
Miss Jean.
there you go,
Go
Miss
ahead.
Jean.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning po. Ay, good noon na pala. Yes po, I agree with Mr. Valentin's statement po. Yes po, our services po are pwede pong ma-access ng mga MSMEs sa negosyo centers. We have business name registration, especially for those na magpa-franchise po. Kahit na naka-franchise po sila, they need to register their business na is separate po na name. Kaya example sa kanila po na kung ano yung line ng business na ipa-franchise nila, they need to register it sa hindi po nila pwede gamitin yung franchise na ipa-franchise nila. And then for the trainings po, we also have trainings po. We have also entrepreneurial mindset trainings para po sa mag-uumpisa pa lang na mag-business. And then we also have example simplified bookkeeping for those na para po magka-idea kung paano ma-manage yung business financially. Actually, lahat po yun. Meron po yan sa sinabi ni Mr. Valentin na sa KMME. However, yung ano po, nakakasali po sa KMME is yung may mga business, may mga existing business registered na po talaga. So, if wala pa po, they can go to negosyo centers para po sa initial na para po magka-idea sila especially sa startup pa lang po. Yes po, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jean and Mr. Valentin. So, indeed, no, maasahan natin ang DTI, especially for MSMEs. So, they are the backbone of our economy. So, they are also helping the local economy of the region. So, thank you for your service, Mr. Valentin, Ms. Nogar, Region 8.
Yes po,
Feel
thank
free
you.
to reach out to them. They have their online channels and Facebook, social media, or you can visit your nearest negosyo centers to ask for the latest programs, trainings that they have, which may be free, no? And then the KMNE programs. So it's really, marami nang na-produce successful MSMEs. I've known some. All right. So, Ms. Kat, let's proceed to the format.
Yeah, so of course, once again, thank you so much, everyone. Indeed, today has been a fruitful session. So at this juncture, may we request our participants to kindly participate in our poll survey. We'd like to inform you that by joining in this poll, you agree to share your email, name, and contact number to our presenters, as this will help them contact you on their franchise packages.
All right, so while waiting for others to answer the poll, let me share with you the content of PFA.
So we would like to invite everyone to the Field Managers Bootcamp featuring Mr. Greg Nathan on February 14, 16, and 18, 2022. So save the dates. For more details, you may email us at pfawebinars@pfa.org.ph. So get in touch with us if you wish to attend this event.
Sorry for that. I was cut. Okay, so may we also invite you to be part of the PFA news and events and PFA Marketplace Viber communities to get the latest promos and event updates from the Philippine Franchise Association. Connect with us on Viber, all right? So to join, kindly scan the QR code flashed on your screen or click the link invitation sent in the chat box. So there you have it, everyone. This webinar is pre-recorded. To view it again, to view the replay, kindly visit our Facebook page at Philippine Franchise Association. Send us a message if you have questions regarding franchising or if you wish to connect to our members. All right. So there you have it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning at now noon. So this has been Paula Canua, wishing everyone to be healthy and strong.
Again, thank you for joining us this morning. This has been Kat Careza. Until next time, stay safe, everyone.